In this episode of Von Armand DIY, I'm going to show you how I made some Art the clown shoes. Get into it. These are the materials I used. And so now when I have those materials, I'm going to start with making the body base of the shoes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some black fabric, or I use black leather actually, like black leather fabric. Some really good ones so it doesn't be all wrinkly and stuff. And I'm just going to cut out 4 even pieces for both sides of each shoe. And I'm just going to cut out the shape I want for them. Have that big round front that clown shoes usually have. And I'm just going to cut all that shape into all 4 pieces once I have the desired shape. Just place them on each other, trace around. And then I'm also going to cut out this shape for to go in between the boots when I sew them together. To create that boot look, you got a little flap there where that curve is. And then I'm going to cut out that. And then I'll have basically 3 pieces for each shoe so far. And so this is the shape when it's cut out. I got 2 of them for each shoe. And I'm just going to take them and I'm just going to sew them together to 2 pieces, 2 shoe base pieces right here. This will be each one. And I'm going to sew those together. There's 4 shoe pieces, 2 middle pieces. And like I said before, I'm just going to sew them together eventually. And that should definitely help create kind of like a shoe effect. You also got to sew the back of the side shoe pieces too. And then these are them, when they're sewn together. This is the shape so far. Definitely has that front big end like a clown shoe. And then after I have that, I can just trace out a shape for the soles. Just going to mark around it, try to get a sole piece. Hopefully that's the right length. You can measure it out just to be sure. But yeah, now I got that. And basically I'm going to make 2 of them and I'm going to sew them into the bottom of each shoe. I also decided to extra little extra flap since the one on the piece wasn't good enough. So I just added in this new flap piece. That'll go in between the top of the shoe and the opening. And yeah, once I sew in the sole, that new piece, this is the shoe so far. Definitely just a black leather clown shoe. Not a good quality, but it'll work though. But one thing I definitely wasn't happy about was the duck lips that stick up kind of on the front here. Definitely don't like that. Just looks weird, like somebody stepped on it. Have you seen that movie Kung Fu Hustle? That's what it kind of looked like to me. So I'm just going to take that actually, and I'm just figure out what to do. And basically what I'm going to do is I'll just tuck it in actually. Or not, probably don't even have to tuck it in. All I gotta do is just flip it inside out and just sew across where it kind of starts pretty much. And just trim that off and then boom. Looking at the inside here, it definitely helps make a better look. And then once that's done, I'm just actually gonna take the sole piece I traced out. I forgot to mention before, trace out that sole on some craft foam. Cut multiple layers out, tape them together, just put them in the shoe. And then you should have some perfect soles kind of in your shoe. Easy way to do it. And so yeah, I have a shoe so far pretty much. But of course, what's a shoe without things that help keep them on your feet? The laces. So next, after that's all done, we're just gonna move to the laces. Cause yeah, these bad boys would not look like clown shoes without some laces. So to start on the laces, I'm gonna just the method of tracing dots up the opening flap and just making sure they're perfectly across from each other where they're each going to go. Then I'm just going to take a seam ripper and just cut basically stick it in those holes. That's what he said. And just put in the laces there. And to keep the top flap up, I'm going to put the laces through the top actually in the flap so it can stay up. Don't need to do that for all of them, just the top. And then yeah, the laces can be tied now and they're done like that. So to reveal them to you, here's the Art the Clown shoes I made for my little brother. He's gonna be in his Terrifier costume as I decide to film him in it. But yeah, these are his clown shoes. Homemade black leather clown shoes. Not high quality shoes, but it ain't always necessary to buy high quality when all you just need is something for the look. That's just my motto. And yeah, these are them. So now he has his clown shoes and he's ready to clown around for Halloween. Thank you for watching, people.